Hello guys, this is Ray of the Twack TCG, and today I'm going to show you a nice little meta contender for today's format. Everyone is running Snake Eyes, Fire King Snake Eyes, and Whatso Have It. But Snake Eyes runs for about 1,000, and Snake Eyes Fire King is just as much. Why not cut the middleman and make a deck out of $150? Today, I'm showing you a very underrated deck, and I think that deck is Traptrix. So, let's start the deck profile, and later on, I will show you a test hand or two. So, starting off, we are playing 3 copies of the best card, Marmelio. Marmelio plus any trap card is full combo. For those who are unaware of what she does, Marmelio, when on normal summon, it adds a normal trap hole card from your deck to the hand. And on special summon, when she's specialed, it is a mandatory effect to target a spell trap card on your opponent's side of the field and destroy it. And it's not on once per turn, so that's pretty cool. Next card is the Stratus of the deck, which is 3 Mantis. You have to play 3 Mantis. Mantis searches your extenders, plus it could search for any pieces that you're missing for the next turn for extension play, which is pretty good. And then the best card that came out of the structure deck is 3 Pudica plus the field spell. So Pudica on normal summon can search for the field spell. On special summon, she can banish a special summon monster my opponent controls, but on their standby phase, they can bring back 1 banished monster that they have. It's not just the monster that this banished. It could be any banished monster that they have in their possession. The field spell, you only play 1 of. It sucks when you draw into it, but it actually helps plays. It states that during the main phase, you can have an additional normal summon of a Traptrix monster, which is good. During each battle phase, if a Traptrix monsters were to be destroyed, they are protected once, which is pretty good. The last effect barely comes up, but you can banish 1 monster I control and special summon 1 Traptrix monster from my hand or graveyard, which if you were done with, say, a Rafflesia, you could just go effect, banish Rafflesia, bring out a monster, and go off to the races to kill your opponent. You'd never want to play more than 1 of this card. This is just the garnet of the deck. Pudica and any of the Traptrix monsters is full combo. Because you just go normal Pudica, add field spell, link off, activate field spell, then normal summon another monster, and you're just off to the races. Next, for the other Traptrix cards, the best Traptrix card there is, and that is Traptrix Holotea. This counts as a Traptrix. It counts as a normal trap hole. So you can activate this card when it's set by discarding a normal trap card from your hand to the graveyard. Then, while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it and then target a Traptrix monster in your graveyard to special summon it. You can only use 1 of the effects once per turn, and this is a mandatory 3 of. Any less, you're playing the deck wrong. So, for the 2 ofs of the Traptrix monsters, 2 of the Arachnocampa and 2 Dionea. Arachnocampa, you can fluctuate builds with this. Some people play 3, some people even play 1. I like the 2-2 ratio. I would never cut this down to 1 or bring this up to 3. This is just perfect as a 2 of. So, what people don't realize is this is an activated effect. Whenever you control a Traptrix monster, you reveal this in your hand, and it special summons, but you are plant and insect locked in the extra deck. But that truly doesn't matter if you have Sarah on the board. Sarah will then trigger, setting your trap card, and then you're off to the races. Next is the 2 Dionea. On normal summon, you can target a Traptrix monster in your graveyard, special summon it. On special summon, it targets a normal trap hole in your graveyard, and it sets it. But it is banished during the next end phase, which is pretty good, considering that this is the card that you bring out with Sarah if you bring a Holotea. Because if you pitch a trap hole with this, it just sets up board and it sets up back row, which is really good. And I like that. And now for the honorary Traptrix monster, 3 copies of Parallel Exceed. Parallel Exceed plus any Traptrix monster is a 5 summon Rafflesia, so this card comes in handy a lot. This card is really good. I would never cut this card. Anyway, that's it for the Traptrix monsters. On to the hand traps. 3 copies of the second best hand trap, Ash Blossom of Enjoy Spring, comes in the structure deck. If you're playing any kind of competitive C, this is the card to play right now. And the best hand trap right now in this format in 2024 is 3 Drone Lockbird. And there are some cards on my extra deck that I could show a pretty neat combo with. This card just kills decks. It kills Dark World. It kills, like, Rogue. It prevents Snake Eyes and Fire King Snake Eyes pretty good. So that's really good. That's why I play it as a 3 of. Next we are playing 3 Imperm and then 3 main deck evenly matched. Imperm is mandatory. Just normal trap. You get your effects off, and plus it's just negation for any good. Your deck can go second because you're already playing the hand traps, and if you open up evenly matched, this just, you know, breaks the board, and it helps. Now for the trap holes that we play, we are playing 5, in which is 2 copies of the Nibiru Stopper Gravedigger's Trap Hole, 1 Floodgate Trap Hole. This comes up here and there, but it just prevents linking and stuff like that. 1 copy of Time Space Trap Hole. I've played this multiple times against people who bring out a singular boss monster from their extra deck, and it just prevents them. And the last Trap Hole card we are playing is 1 Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare. It can come up. You could swap this for the Banishing Trap Hole, Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, or you could play Bottomless if you really want to. But I think for this build, I like it. I prefer it. And for the last playset of the deck, we are playing 3 of the best spell ever been printed. When this deck was released, Prosperities were like $40, and it kind of was hard for players to pick these up if you were low on budget. But now, since the Rarity Collection came out, this was probably the best line of support that we need. If you are really tight budget without spending like $15 for a playset of these, you could play the spell card, which pitches a normal trap or an insect or plant monster from your hand to draw 2 cards. But you want to dig through your deck. You want to see the top 3 or 6 instead of drawing into 2 and hope to draw into a combo piece. But this is the best card I would recommend playing. On to the extra deck. 3 copies of Sarah. Sarah is your main starter. She gets the ball rolling in the deck, which is pretty good. And then we are playing, for other links, we're playing 1 Adipus. This is just the game ender and all-out finisher. And another finisher we're playing is 1 copy of Boral Sword. Boral Sword is just really good not playing. Some people play Access Code Talker, but I just tell them that they are wrong, because why play Access Code if all the link monsters you are banishing are all Earth, and so you only get 1 pop? Why? So that's why I play the Boral Sword. Boral Sword is better, far beyond better than Access Code, in my opinion. For the XYZs, we are playing 1 Rafflesia, 1 Allomeris, and then 1 Pingletica. Rafflesia is really good if you set this up in under 5 summons, so prevents hand traps such as Nibiru, and it just overall stuns the opponent. Allomeris is a extender play for going into for the win with Adipus. And then Ping is really good. So for those who are unaware what Ping does, I wouldn't say she's Stratas. I'd say she is a King of Feral Imps for Traptrix. So you detach a material, you add a Traptrix monster. she is unaffected by monsters who have the same type of material as what's underneath her. So if you have brought her out with a Parallel Exceed, she will be unaffected by Cyberse monsters. If she has an insect or plant monster underneath her, she's unaffected by insect or plant monsters by Poke Controls. Also, if a opponent's monster is banished or sent to the graveyard by a card effect, I can use her effect to attach it as its own material. So let's say, for instance, if I were to get rid of my opponent's Pyro monster via a card effect, I would go ping effect, just suck it up, and then it's unaffected by Pyro monsters, which is really good. For the best other card we're playing one copy of Time Thief Redoer. Redoer with a Holatea underneath is really good just as a non-target spin, which is pretty nice. And having prior knowledge on my opponent's standby phase, just ripping the top card of their deck, putting it as material, gives me knowledge of what is being played, which is really nice. So we are playing one copy of Ptolemaeus, one copy of Constellar Diamond, and one copy of Darendal. For those who aren't aware, you can actually reincarnation your opponent. Let's say, for instance, you're making your board and you have two XYZs, say for spare Parallel Exceed. So now you overlay these two, you go into Ptolemaeus, make your board. End phase, you go Ptolemaeus effect, attach Constellar Diamond from your extra deck onto its material. Your opponent goes off. When they activate a card that adds it from deck to hand, you then go on the activation of the card that adds, you detach 3 to bring out Darendal. And then on resolution, you can detach, because it's a quick effect, detach Darendal to shuffle both players' hands to the deck and draw the same, and then chain Drone Lockbird. And now both players will be hand ripped. But since you're setting a lot of cards, it doesn't matter. You just hand rip your opponent, and it's, just kills them instantly, which is pretty nice. And then for the last monsters in the extra deck is the Zeus package, which is 1 Zodiac Shockanine, 1 Borbo, and then 1 Zeus to wrap up the extra deck. If it were up to me, I'm still testing out the Ptolemaeus theory. But if you don't like playing Ptolemaeus and for the Droll and Lockbird combo, you could just always go for Typhon. You can go for Baguska. And then you could go for a miscellaneous card such as SP Little Knight. But, 2 out of the 3 cards are expensive, so you gotta play what you gotta play. So, for the side deck, which is geared up for my meta, we have 3 Nibiru. I know, hypocrite, but I gotta play it. 3 Shifter. This card actually does not hurt me at all. Sure, I lose monsters and I lose cards because they're banished, but my opponent is also hurt as well, so not bad. For spells, 2 Lightning Storm and Hyrix Feather Duster. In case if I face like the Mirror Match or Labyrinth or any back row heavy deck, this is just a blowout, which is pretty nice. And then for the trap card, we are side decking 3 copies of Dimensional Barrier. This just stops Branded dead in its tracks. It stops Sword Soul. It stops a lot of cards. And then the last cards we are playing is 3 Different Dimension Ground. This turn, any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead. So this just prevents your opponent from just playing with their graveyard. And it also is a normal trap, so you can pop off with Sarah. So I think that wraps up the deck, and I think it's time for some test hands, shall we? All right, we're going to shuffle the deck. It's all random, should be all random. And then we are going first. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's not bad at all. I think from this standpoint, I think we should go normal summon effect, adding ourselves the Holotea. And then you link her off, making Sarah. And then you set the Holotea. Activate Holotea, discarding Floodgate Trap Hole, special summon. Effect, because we pitched the Trap Hole, we are going to special summon Dionea. Dionea effect will then activate. We'll set the Floodgate. Her effect will trigger because a monster was activated. We are setting, I'd say, a Gravedigger's Trap Hole. And then, since this is 4 summons, this would be summon number 5. And then we are bringing out our beautiful Rafflesia onto the field. We have a extension. We have a negate here. We have a negate here. And then we just have stall. I really hope that we can draw into Droll and Lockbird and I can show you the combo that we can do. All right, so our hand is Droll, Infinite Permanence. Oh my god, we have the combo. Oh boy, so here's what's going to happen. Normal summoning Pudica. Pudica effect adds the field spell. Activate field spell. Then you go link off, make Sarah. Parallel Exceed. Summon number 3. Then we go summon number 4. And then on summon number 5, we make our Rafflesia. Now, so since we have the full-on combo, normal summon Marmelia. Marmelia effect, chain her. So we're going to set a copy of Holotea. And then her effect, we are going to search for a Holotea, because this actually has some play in Graveyard. We then activate Holotea, pitching, special summoning, effect of her. We're going to then special summon, I would say, Dionea, just because we can just set this and then go for further extension on our opponent's turn. Then, what you could do, because we have the Droll and Lockbird, overlay these both. Make making our Ptolemaeus. And then we can set our entire hand, just set the last card back here. And then we go end phase, effect of Ptolemaeus. We're going to attach a Constellar Diamond from the extra deck as a material, and then our opponent will start playing. If they start off with, like, say for instance, a Bonfire, we can then chain on to Bonfire, detaching 3 material, special summoning from our extra deck, attaching Ptolemaeus as material, Darendal, and then Resolution, quick effect, Darendal effect will shuffle both of our hands and chain Droll and Lockbird. So now they're out of a hand, and we have a bigger board presence, which that is pretty good. So I think that's a pretty good combo, everybody. Thank you for watching this combo tutorial. So thank you guys for watching so very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!